Hello everyone, this is Kosher Bacon. Welcome back to Stoneblock. So, to start off with for the episode, check it out. I got all the Draconium necessary to make the next tier of Draconic Reactor. So, tier up, it's valid. Let's activate it. And boom. We just went from whatever that was before to this. Looks like it's inputting just as quickly as it's outputting right now. So they're both probably capped. Because we're running it through an energy cell, it's capped at the 25,000 ARF per tick. And stuff probably lost power while I had this deactivated. Yeah, now that's filled up again. Like, let me explain. So, here, all the way down here, frame rate, goodbye. Hello, frame rate. So, for example, with most of my machines that I'm using flux plugs to transfer the energy to, I've got a bit of a buffer, an energy cell or something. When I disabled the reactor to upgrade it, those buffers started draining, and once I enabled the reactor, they started filling up again. But that's why it appeared like no energy was flowing through it. It was flowing out just as quickly as it was flowing in, because the 25,000 ARF per tick limit over here was also being pulled equally at that point, so it could only send in as much as it took out, and it appeared like nothing was going in or out. It was very important I explain that. Anyways, we now have a maximum of 1.64, it says G, but I always call it B for billion, so 1.64 billion RF. That's crazy. It's still filling up pretty quickly, though. Like, we're getting half of a tenth of a percent every couple seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, yeah, 1/2 of a tenth of a percent every 3 seconds or so. So this thing will be full in no time, but that's fine. I just don't want to waste time with this right now. The next time we upgrade it, we're going to have to swap out all those Draconium blocks for Redstone blocks. It's going to be great. But that's not the expensive part. The expensive part is getting all the Draconium necessary to keep it going. So let me quickly show off what I did to get all that Draconium. I had some Draconium ore from the Void Ore Miners. Then I used the Destructor. Yeah, that's right, the Destructor, with a Fortune 3 upgrade. I wish I had shown this on camera, but I didn't think it would be that interesting. Probably a mistake, though. So let's just pick any ore, or honestly, I'll just explain. I am losing frames pretty badly. I might have to shut some things down. Oh well. So pretend that this Neutronium collector is an ore, or rather, pretend that this stone block is an auto placer that will place Neutronium collectors or Draconium ore over here. And then we have this hooked up to our RS system, and we feed it a Fortune 3 upgrade. When this thing has power, it will try and mine whatever it has in front of it, and because it has the Fortune 3 upgrade, it will try and apply Fortune 3 to that. For example, with Draconium, Fortune 3 drops 6 dust on average per ore, a lot better than pulverizing it or smelting it. Then it immediately puts that into the system. So from 20 ore, we got like over 100 Draconium dust, which is excellent. And yeah, that's a simple matter to set something like that up. Obviously, I'm not going to go mine up my... Ooh, it's almost done. I'm not going to mine up a Neutronium collector, especially not when it's got us 10 tiny piles of Neutronium right off the bat. But yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, this episode I'm probably going to be focusing on chickens a whole bunch, so there's going to be a lot of off-camera stuff, because I imagine no one really wants to see... That texture looked weird. It still does. I imagine no one really wants to see me breed a bunch of chickens 1,000,001 times, but it's something for me to do while I wait for power to build up and stuff. I know I should be building the fusion reactor, but again, I want to build up Draconium, but I decided to upgrade the reactor instead of doing the fusion crafting. Holy frame rate, Batman. Anyways, I'm going to go do that. Be back. Alright then, before I get started, let's show this off. So, these guys over here have been in their nesting pens that whole intro, and they produced some things for me. Specifically, these eggs over here. So now we can get started. So let's go make a red chicken. It's a pretty straightforward process, just surround the egg with dye. You know what, let's get a blue chicken. And you know what, let's get a green. Sorry about that, had to cut. Craft up a red chicken egg, craft up a blue chicken egg. Can we get a white chicken? Don't have enough ink sacs to make the black chicken. Boom. And regular chicken? Nah. So what you do is you just right-click this, boom. Right-click that, boom. Right-click that, boom. Do we have enough yellow to make the yellow chicken? Nah, so... dye. What dye do we have lots of? You know what? We can make a lime chicken. I'm going to No, actually, it's smarter not to do the lime chicken, because I believe you can make the lime chicken. In addition to that, can't you get them elsewhere? I could have sworn there was something you could do with that. Vibrant ally pulsating night slime. Yeah, no, you can absolutely get the lime chicken just by these guys. The cactus green you can only get with the cactus green that. So let's go do that. We have shears. Yeah, we got 2 sets of shears for some reason. Grab some bone meal. So just... I'm kind of sad that you can't just bone meal these and do it. You have to go through the whole shenanigans with this and that and this and that. I mean, it's automatable, definitely. Botania is very smart about doing that. But still, come on. Really? You can't just let me bone meal it? You gotta make it a whole production? Here, where's my mortar and pestle? Yes, that is how you make dye. And then here we can go on our internal crafting table for this one. Trying to choose prime colors that are going to, here, be sure to place it and not throw it. That would be dumb if I didn't. So now these guys are going to start hatching. Whereas before, if I threw the eggs, there was a chance that I would have to just recraft them. Let's get some redstone lamps. By some, I mean a lot, because we're going to scale this up to massive production size. I just want to show it off right now. Then up over here, grab some redstone dust, and a lever. One. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm wearing a jetpack. What am I doing? There we go, so that should speed it up. So we should definitely get a fence going around here. I'm going to start building the chicken production building. I'm going to try and model it after like a barn maybe, or a farm. I'm not sure. But yeah, then we'll get some multicolored chickens running around, and I'll explain how you upgrade your chickens. Assuming that's part of this pack. It might not be. We'll see. Alright, so building is hard. It is so hard. I'm trying to build a barn for these guys, right? Oh yeah, they all hatched. I'm sticking them in nesting pens now. Stuck down a sound muffler because the clucking was already driving me insane. And like, I'm not even focusing on what size I want the building to be. I'm just trying to go for a building palette over here because I can't just do the same industrial underground thing. I mean, I could just dig down and do it, but I don't want to. So, I think I got something I like. Red terracotta, dark oak wood, treated wood planks, and dark oak planks. Remember that machine I set up that produces the Phyto-Grow, and part of the thing is converting sawdust into dirt or whatever, because these wood planks and sawdust are produced as a byproduct of one of the phytogenic consolinators? Yeah, no, I was just sticking them in a cache, and we filled the cache up. Like, this is full. So that's crazy. So yeah, now I got about 180,000 of these planks to use up somewhere. I suppose I could stick them in like a furnace generator and stick it into the power and the draconic battery, but where's the fun in that, right? So yeah, I'm currently just playing around with the building style. I don't know. I like this style. I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I don't know. I'm genuinely unsure which one I prefer more. It's a lot easier to make these. I ended up converting all the creosote oil I had saved up, just with a thermal expansion fluid tank and one of these. But dark oak would look pretty bad as a roof. Honestly, I'm not sure I'm going to use it for anything, like the planks themselves, I guess. Like, oak does contrast better, I feel, but I don't know. Which one? I'm genuinely not sure. They both look really good. I'll have to think about that some more. Anyways, let's talk a bit about the interior of the building. So, I ran out of dark oak logs, so I can't show this, but there's going to be a beam along the center. Probably going to have some skylighting, maybe? I don't know. The roof will run along the top over here. I want to use dark oak along here for supports. And yeah, probably have an upper level, maybe, around this area over here. By the time we get down to over here, not so much, I don't think. We almost don't want a window over here. Yeah, no. That's the big issue with building a nice looking exterior. Then you get to the interior and it looks like garbage again. I might redo these corners a little. Figure out what to do with them. I guess. I don't know. I'm bad at building in this game. Then on the inside, we're probably just going to have the nesting pens lined up in rows and stuff. Speaking of which, let's go talk about the chickens themselves. So these guys all grew up, right? And they've given us a whole bunch of cool looking things. So let's go get another nesting pen going. Here, another egg nest, nesting pen. Boom. So let's just use the red guy as an example. Gotta take the red chicken over here, pop him down over here, turn on the lights for a minute. When I cut back, this guy will be fully grown. Alrighty then, it has been some more time. Still undecided about the roof. I've been screwing around with the interior for a bit. I've decided to go for an open floor plan, so here's how it's going to work. These will be the nesting pens. This is, or the egg nests. This is where we'll grow our eggs as we get them. Shouldn't need more than 4 or 5. This is going to be the area where we crossbreed. For example, if we had a red chicken and a green chicken, we can make a brown chicken egg over here. And this will be the mass storage for our chickens. Probably going to place them like in rows or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out with that. Let's get back to the actual chicken breeding, though. I've got a couple more of these guys around here now. So let's look at this guy in particular, though, because you saw me place him and then he grew up. So he's all grown up now in his nesting pen, and he bred with this guy and made a 2-3-3 red chicken egg. So let me explain how this works. So if you look at the chicken, you can see up around this area in JEI, strength, gain, and growth, and all those are at 1. Because we crafted it, it's at the lowest possible thing, they all go up to 10. If you've ever played with like AgriCraft or Bees, you know what's about to come next. With the modded chickens, you can upgrade their strength, growing, and growth by crossbreeding 2 of them together and potentially getting better. So for example, a strength 1 and a strength 1 together manage to make a strength 2, and a gain 3, and growth 3. So that's cool. You will get some upgrades as you just breed them together. Because now if we take this 2-3-3 chicken and breed him with like another 2-3-3, we might get a 5-7-3 or a 5-7-4, and so on so forth. The maximum is 10-10-10, and each of these represents a different part of the chicken's strength. I think it's how quickly they lay eggs, how many resources they produce, and how quickly they can breed. So yeah, that's cool. Like this guy's about to drop another egg in 30 seconds, so we'll see what's about to happen. I will entertain you all for the next 24 seconds. Aw, yeah. I want to get rid of that chance cube. Let's go get the silk. Sorry about that. No, wait, that's a tier 2 chance pendant. We want the silk touch pendant. I could have sworn there was a silk touch one. What are we missing? Lapis blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I don't trust these. Oh, that's cool. I'm guessing these are uncraftable, though, yeah? So we made one of these. Then you make one of these, but you need more lapis. Thank goodness these exist. So now, it allows you to pick it up. Yep. Cool. So now let's look at this guy. He dropped no eggs. Alright, cool. So then we take the upgraded chicken over to the nesting area, or the roosting area. I'm not sure what I'm calling this. The growth area. And everything will be good. We'll probably expand this as needed. Maybe make it the length of this wall over here like these are. But then the lamps are going to be in the way, so maybe we lower it all once. I don't know. And yeah, that should be good. Anyways, now comes the fun part. I'm not going to show this on camera, but I'm going to get a whole bunch of different types of chickens and probably just do a quick cut, or maybe I'll just show them all off at once. So yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to show off before I get to the big part. My jetpack. Colorful, isn't it? If we look at simp, you can change the particle effects to none, default, smoke only, or rainbow smoke. Pretty cheap to make. I just figured I'd do it because why not? I believe the creative jetpack also has this. Cool. Alrighty then. Still working on the chickens, but I figured let's set up fusion crafting because we are finally ready. I got enough draconium together to get the fusion going. Just need a bunch of diamonds, which I've got processing right now. So we're going to set this guy to extract. Or actually, we're not. We're going to connect directly to the core to get the maximum thing. So draconic IO port, right? Or just basic IO port. Energy relay crystal. I'm not sure where we're going to need to place this guy. So let's just do it down over here. Or actually, we should do it up. Just right now here. Don't need that anymore. IO crystal over here. Another one over here because we can. Crystal binder. Okay. No, not IO. Relay crystal. Relay. So, the IO crystal will pull power from over here. So here, sneak right click the air to do it. I believe if we sneak right click, we can set it to input output. We want to set it to input. Okay, sneak right click that with this. Let's get up over here. Then right click that guy. Device is linked. Then you right click this guy. Right click this guy. Device is linked. Right click this guy. Right click that guy. Device is linked. So let me explain the math behind what's going on here. This is pulling power from the core. And it's sending along to this guy over here, who's sending along to this guy over here, who's sending along to this guy over here, who's going to send it to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, that guy, and that guy. Draconic Evolution wireless energy transfer. It's probably the only thing that we can really use right now other than a bunch of flux points to power this thing, so that's what we're going to use. Okay, I'll decorate this later, I just want to get this going now. And then we set up the fusion crafting core over here. Boom, and we need one more fusion crafting core for crafting purposes. And now we need one more draconic core. There we go. Now let me see if I can set this up right. So, some of these over here, 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 and the rest needs to be diamonds. Fortunately, we have a whole bunch. We only need to split it into stacks of 9, right? 4 stacks of 9 or something? Yes, now the rest of these can go here, here. It doesn't really matter about balance. Balance isn't important. And now we are ready to start. How much energy is this using? Let's check the poll. Not a whole lot. But trust me, these recipes get increasingly more and more expensive. You know what, we could have actually... We didn't need to make that 10th one. There's a couple recipes that need 10 though, so it's fine. And yeah, I'm only going to show this once. We can automate this with like a hopper and a redstone clock, so I'm only going to show it just once right now. In fact, let's get ourselves that clock. And then a chest hopper combo. I like how I said I was going to show it off, then I have a big GUI in my face when I do it. Oh hey, why then fusion crafting done. So let's get ourselves a hopper. Let me just quickly show off how I do that. Do we have a lever on us? We do. So, actually, could we just use a regular conduit, I wonder? If not, we could probably raise the crafting core up by 1 block. In fact, let's just do that instead. So one of these up over here. Where is... Clock can go over here. Hopper. I think this one can actually only output through the bottom. Although, to be fair, they probably weren't expecting anyone to use a dumb vanilla hopper. So now, if we grab this guy, toss him in over there, the redstone clock automatically starts it. Let's just go pop this over here, grab our crystal binder, and it's already pointed at that. Cool. So that will automatically run, basically. And it doesn't even matter that there's this stuff here. So this is how you automate, like, draconic block production. Just place stacks of everything you need in there. Pretty cool. This will be a quick 2-minute thing to just replace the stuff. I'm just not doing it right now. Still working on the chickens, but I figured we can get this started at least. Alright, pretty cool. I mean, it looks cool once, but it's always better to automate this type of thing. Alright, cool. And if we had more of them in there, it would get started now, but we don't, so I gotta do this manually. Be right back. Aw, snap. Do you know what time it is? I'll tell you what time it is. It's time for the Tier 2 Void Ore Miner. Aw, yeah. Let's go take a look at this thing. This is the physical requirements to build it. The hard part is these things. These took a lot of erodiums. There was a lot of waiting. But yeah, we made it. The controller itself took a ton of erodium too, and oh my goodness, it is big. Hey, you know what we didn't do? We need a floor for this now. It is 1 block taller, so let's mine that up. And we gotta mine all these all the way down to bedrock. Give me just a second. Alrighty then. Couple noticeable differences. I've lowered the floor by 1 and made a giant hole in the floor for it to go do the thing. Let's assemble it. I'll be honest, I do not like the fact that they're going the super expensive route with this, although I guess it makes sense from a balanced perspective. So, couple noticeable differences is that this thing uses modifiers now. So if we look at modifiers, we have, I think that's for the nanobot beacon, flight speed modifier. Interesting. So we have speed modifiers. I think that just makes it run faster. These allow the solar panels to generate power and rain. Accuracy increases the chance for the specialized lenses. We're definitely going to want this, but Palladium is a tier 3 void ore miner. We need this Cryonite. And Cryonite is a tier 2 void ore miner, if I understand correctly. Right? Yeah, no, you have 8.55% chance of the crystal laser lens, so that's a thing. Add on some accuracy modifiers if possible, but we can't really do that. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, we did need to lower it by 1 block, and is it out 1 more block? I think it didn't actually extend outwards 1 more block, although future ones might. If not, then this is a good size, but I'm guessing they will, because I recall like the tier 4, which was the old last tier, being like 4 blocks out this way plus 1 down, so it could be crazy, but I think it will fit inside here, even the last tier, but I could be mistaken. We'll see. Anyways, let's go. Whoa. Crazy mouse. Let's go grab the crystal lens from here, stick it over here. Go stick this one in here. We don't care about it right now. Maybe we'll set it to something to go mine diamonds or something because we're running low on those. What else? We got to give this guy a flux plug. He will be our void ore miner number 8. Power out. Yeah, see, it accepts more power, so this guy will be the void ore miner number 8. Then we set up our conduit. Yay. Set this to insert. Extract always active. And there we go. Boom. So because we gave the tier 2 void ore miner the crystal lens, let's take a look. So crystal lens. In the tier 1 void ore miner, we would get this at a 9.87% chance, but now it's lower. Same with the green, but we now have an 8.55% chance of getting this Cryonite. And in tier 3 again it gets lower, but then you have a better chance of palladium, then ionite, then this Aethium, and then finally this, no, Aethium is the last. Oh boy, my kingdom for some Aethium crystals. So what is the use of the tier 6 void ore miner then? Because all these ores here look fine, and it doesn't seem to mine up any new crystals. Maybe it has a higher chance of... Not really. Kind of weird. Oh well. Sadly, the only crystal that actually has an EMC value is the... yeah, see? More Erodium. Yay. So I'm not going to upgrade all these to tier 2s because that's a lot of Erodium. 6 whole blocks of the controller, plus then 2 more for every one of those structure blocks. That's 32 structure blocks. That's another stack right there. That's crazy. One more thing, I put a facade over here, upgraded all these to Wyvern. We're going to wait a little bit before we do Awakened Draconium, because I want to build up some more power, because 4 blocks of Awakened Draconium is going to empty this thing, basically. Or empty about half of it. 32 million of the 45 mil we have. So we could do it. Another thing that I'm hesitant to do, although I really should be doing, instead of running these through a cell, therefore limiting it to only 25,000 RF per tick input and output, we should have these directly connect to these, because these have an input-output of about 2 billion RF per tick, I think. Although I could be mistaken. Ooh, that's dark. Oh no, wait, that's just the, that's just that. Anyways, that's gonna do it for right now. Back to the chickens, I think. Oh boy. So, I've updated the pack. It is now at version 1.0.14. Included in this version is supposed to be a fix for the environmental tech miners. I actually made that bug report, got in touch with the mod author via GitHub, and told him about it, explained how to reproduce it. Unfortunately, despite updating environmental tech to the current newest version, it does not seem to have fixed it. The ones I built already, like in 1.13, are good. Like, this guy over here is from 1.13, but those guys are from 1.12. So yeah, that's still a thing. It's not a super big issue. I'm sure I can clear them with, like, /fill or something, although maybe not. But even so, I could just disconnect them from their power, and they're cheap enough to remake, so I'm not going to worry too much about them. I'll just let the mod pack author know that they are still bugged. Oh well. Anyways, yeah. It's actually been a couple days for me. Most of the time when I record an episode, I try and get it all done in one day so I remember what's happened, but in case sometimes things happen, added some more crafters up over here. Crafted up from Draconic Evolution the Advanced Dislocator, and I think I actually have a couple quests going that I need to claim. Draconic Evolution, yeah. So I made the Dislocator, claim that loot chest. I also made the Wyvern Fusion Crafters, claim that chest. More Viaducts, oh boy. And 64k ME storage components, that's not bad. Let's see, I have also set something up over by our Cobbleworks factory. Let's go take a look. So getting sick and tired of making food, right? That's the entire reason why I'm going this environmental tech route, is that food is becoming annoying. So, I'm put up this thing over here. This is a toast maker, which is now out of Fluxed Phytogrow. Hey, guess what we're producing over here en masse? So, feed it Phytogrow, it has a monoculture cycle augment inside it, so it will just use these seeds, and that smelts it, or that produces a bunch of wheat. Goes into the crafter, makes wheat flour. Goes into redstone furnace with a Trevection chamber, bread. Bread with another Trevection chamber, toast. Because this toast over here, is just smelted bread. It's not as good, I think, as the old toast from, here. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to reconfigure everything. Center search bar done. It's not as efficient as the other type of toast, I think. Yeah, this toast... Oh, actually, no, this one doesn't look as good. Yeah, that's the same saturation, so this toast is better. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Can these be crafted into anything? I thought, yeah, the only use is the culinary generator. Alright, cool. So, yeah, free infinite food. The true smart thing would be to run these into a culinary generator, then have it power this, and boom, self-feeding cycle, but we're not going to bother with that. Like, I've already got free infinite power already. Speaking of free infinite power, let's go take a look at that, because I think we might be able to upgrade the core, or if not, we might be able to drain it to make Awakened Draconium. Yeah, we're just barely keeping up with filling it because we're using so much power, but it does have 483 million RF, or, yeah, million RF stored in there. So, I think it's time for our first batch of Awakened Draconium. I just made this thing I showed off, I believe. Like I said, it's been a couple days for me, so if I've already shown this off, I apologize. So let's see, if I recall correctly, that's a Dragon Heart, Draconium blocks. We're going to need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need 4... Here, you know what? Let's not be dumb. What's the use of a Dragon Heart? Awakened Draconium Crux. You need 6 of those cores. Cool. I did add in crafting recipes for these things, and we're missing gold? No way. Yeah, like I said, no way. Still working on the chickens. I want a cheat sheet. I want a list of just all the combinations and what you need to do to get there. Here. Core. Yeah, crafters are pretty good. So you can set this to single item mode by sneak right-clicking on it, which is nice, because I think if I set to single item, then I try and put in a core, it's only going to put in 1. Useful for when you're not trying to automate it, but if I wanted to automate this, I'd want to have stacks in. I like that they give you the option, though. Draconic Evolution, a lot of people complain about how it tries to be grossly overpowered and stuff, and to be fair, it absolutely is. But on the other hand, like, it does try and do some nice quality of life things. Like, I can't fault it for that. Right, anything else? Just 6 Draconic cores, the heart. Let's go. So this thing, the process to make an Awakening Draconium, is 350 million RF. So if we go ahead and look at our system over here, oh, we never actually, yeah, see, now you can see that drain, and that is actually draining very quickly. Oh yeah, that's right, because that's hooked up directly to it. Ah, that's right. I forget what the throughput on the energy crystals are. I'm sure I could look it up in the book, but I don't think I'll need to. Apologies if that jetpack noise drives you nuts. It can drive me crazy, too. It's just charging is the crazy thing. Like, look at it go. Yeah. So we're just gonna let that run, but when we're done, we'll have Awakened Draconium, and that's a huge progress step right there. For one thing, I think that's a quest, right? Chaos Guardian. I actually don't see Awakened Draconium. There's Awakened Cores, but that's not it. And yeah, once we get the Draconic Fusion Crafters... These need a block of Awakened Draconium each, plus 2 Wyvern Cores. Once we get those up and running, we can turn our alchemical chests into the energy condensers. Like, I still don't know what we're going to do as far as getting a billion pieces of coal and stuff, although I do have something set up down over here, where it just takes the Philosopher's Stone and turns it into the, Eternalis? I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Whatever, that's super fuel, which you need to make dark and red matter, which you need to make the thing. And we're actually getting a decent amount of coal over here, but we might as well make some coal seeds, right? So if we look up crafting seeds, I've actually added it in. So let's look up coal seeds. Tier 2, okay. Sense. Just craft up one more of these. Let's see. Coal seeds. There we go. We made ourselves some coal seeds. Chop this and this in here. Alrighty then, let's go stick this in our seed area. I know the episode's starting to run on for just a little bit, so I want to get this done. I guess I'll go grow it off camera. Here, let's get ourselves some dirt. So much dirt. That's why I'm avoiding the dirt produced by the sawdust compressors. For what it's worth, this thing, like, blocks of draconium and diamond for free, so it's slower than it used to be. You'd need more of them to keep it up to that old pace, but it still does a thing, which is good. Anyways, I think it's time for me to get back to my chickens. They're getting lonely without me. I just want to check up on this, make sure this is running well, and I think the Awakened Draconium is ready. Aw, yeah. Except it's not in there, it's in here. Boom. 4 blocks of Awakened Draconium right off the bat. Let's go look at our power now. Yeah. So there goes half our power, and by half I mean most of it. So we're going to need better power generation eventually. I'll probably start looking at the solar panels, how to craft them and whatnot, although I want the energy condensers first, so I think we're going to bum rush the energy condensers, which right now that just means waiting for stuff. Specifically, what does that mean? More power to get more Awakened Draconium, nether stars we can produce? I'm wondering just how close we are to the Draconic Infusion crafting. Only 1 septuple compressed cobblestone. If we could find a way to mass produce octuple compressed, like a wand of animation from hey zombie. Oh, this is a flux infused axe. Doesn't matter. Like, if we had the wand of animation from the Erebus dimension, I feel like that would be excellent for mass producing stuff, but we don't have that. Still not sure what I'm going to do about the barn. Like, I want to make a barn, but barns are supposed to have white paint and stuff, and I'm using, like, hardened clay, so... It will be a barn. It just won't look really good, I don't think. Probably just going to have a row of these nests over here. Right now I'm just growing up better Oh, that was a noise. So I explained how these work, right? The numbers? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I explained that. So then we would just take this guy. Yoink. Pop him down over here into this guy. And eventually these two will breed together and make another really good chicken egg. Meanwhile, these eggs, the only real use for them is Lucky Egg Machine. Oh, cool. I mean, yeah, no, that's a thing. Anything good here? The only other thing I could think to do would be to export it into a barrel, because I believe the hatchery eggs can be exported into a barrel, then turned into dirt. Don't know what we'd do with the dirt, but at least we'd have it. So yeah, I'm going to keep designing and building this thing, because I think I have the general shape of the building built out. It's just a matter of getting enough oak wood and stuff. That's a matter of just using the phytogenic insolinator. Anyways, I think that's actually going to do it for the episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.